Here we are, Aotearoa, New Zealand. We have the A team here. We've got fucking Austin, Noah, Marla, Jezza. Oskar is actually setting up down on the beach. We're gonna go for a session. And yeah, Aotearoa NZ, we've bought the team. We're doing final testing of some gear, light wind wings, mid-length boards, whole bunch of tweaky foil stuff that's coming way down the track. We're always doing that non-stop. And we're just stoked to bring the guys to the home of Armstrong. We've got crazy conditions. We're gonna waterfalls, surf, wind. I don't know, Noah's probably never seen so much wind in all his life. He's normally hiding from the wind behind boats, but we're gonna throw him into the wind zone, see what he can do. I think it will be insane. Let's see, this is gonna be epic.
First time in New Zealand.
We just pulled up to Raglan.
I see no wind, but I'm pretty frothy to go prone.
Main goal here is waves.
We had these really high expectations where I was expecting lines, groomed lines forever.
Then it started pouring down rain and I definitely got pretty cold.
And I come from Florida, so I don't really care if the conditions aren't perfect. I'm just frothing to get in the water and shred.
All right, I'm gonna go for a paddle. Do you reckon you prone that in?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I got a bump, yeah? Like
Yeah.
For sure. I don't know, I've never really ridden a mid-length foil board, but I'm just trying to figure out like where I want my mast because I'm not really used to riding a board like this, so I'm just trying to suss it out a bit. And I usually like to have a little more lift than everyone else likes, so I might slide it forward a little bit. I'm trying to figure it out.
I got picked up from the airport, went straight to this insane waterfall.
Jez is the only one that can rock star. Do we have a rope?
I've seen Aiden get some starts with no rope.
Yeah, Aiden. I think Aiden and Jez are the
push
two.
is all he needs. And of course, all the boys were trying to pump foil that.
Foils, you can do the fastest lap around the waterfall.
On the new Alu mask.
Ali. I think it's gonna be hard. It looks slippery.
Frothing on it. It's like pretty gnarly once you get down there. The waterfall just creates so much wind, so you kind of take off like pushing right into the wind. But once you can make the turn, you get them like real strong pumps in, get some good glide. It was all worth it.
The goal was like
But we had fun, we tested the aluminium and we got it going. Well, the pros Noah got it.
The pros
got it going.
He got it easy.
Noah nailed it.
We pretty much haven't spent more than one night, maybe 2 nights in the same house. We've just been on the road since we got here.
We saw some amazing conditions on the forecast for Taranaki, It was looking like it was going to be a little bit onshore at Raglan, so we thought, let's just pack up, drive about 3.5 hours.
Taranaki is basically this big headland that was formed by a volcano, and there's just different angles and different waves all along the point. So I'm pretty confident that we'll be able to find some good point breaks with good winds on them while we're there. It's kind of the hope. And I've never been up there, so I'm just frothing to check out a new zone and see some more rugged areas in New Zealand.
It's kind of a challenge. It's a roll of the dice. The conditions are so off and on. It's kind of a fickle weather place. So yeah, it's always a surprise and always fun. We're gonna stop by Biggie's workshop, Sirocco. And yeah, he basically rented me his workshop and we made all our first boards there, prototyping, and Biggie still makes prototypes for us. Maybe some of these. Yeah.
There's a blank up there.
We'll draw the outline on a blank. That's actually the way. But before Biggie starts doing that, finish these numbers.
Between times, I wrap the deck and then I shape them up.
Shape the bottom.
Shape the bottom off there. And
Yeah.
so that actually shaped 1/4 inch off the bottom.
Yeah,
So they come back to the original thickness.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And these guys are just laughing because they don't believe it. But actually, this is where our first boards were made. And this is like a classic workshop. It's all about making boards. It's not about being pretty. Draw the outline on a bit of foam, which is a pretty traditional way of shaping a board. And Biggie's going to work on that with the boys with some templates, some numbers. We've looked at the boards. Now let's make one. A lot of Biggie's little construction details have ended up in our boards. He pioneered sandwich construction for windsurfing back in the day. And now we are here in the workshop in Taranaki with the team, making some custom boards for Oskar and Jeremy and gleaning some knowledge from Noah, because that crossover, obviously Noah's at the top of his game, you know, in the wake world and surf ripper and all sorts. And Oskar and Jeremy are, you know, pushing their zone as well. And yeah, we're gonna come up with some new boards. Biggie's gonna make some, so this is gonna be epic.
Raining.
New Zealand.
Bride would be New Zealand. Let's narrow down North Island, Taranaki.
The South Island of the North. No, southern side of the North Island.
Southwest coast? Are we West Coast? Still West Coast.
Near the Naki.
Taranaki.
So we just wrapped up our first day in Taranaki. Not amazing, crazy good tow conditions, which is kind of what I was hoping for coming up here. But there was some amazing winging that went down and we still got a lot of good towing. Winds were kind of like side cross offshore a little bit. But I think in the next couple days, we're gonna be able to find some perfect wind on some really long left-hand point breaks, which is kind of my hope for coming up here. It's kind of famous for a few of these waves up here that we're gonna be looking at. So I think we're gonna score some epic conditions, and this was a perfect warm-up for I think what's to come. think today is day 5 of the Home of Armstrong tour. The crew's packing up right now in Taranaki, and the plan is to head back to Raglan. The winds, I think, have eased up a little bit over there, and if we could experience some clean conditions in Raglan, that's really a special place that has some incredible world-class waves when it gets clean. So if we could score that, we'll be stoked, and if not, it's still gonna be fun. I'm sure there's always something fun to do in Raglan.
It was pretty wild driving back down the coast and coming from such a windy place to then seeing how clean it got, and it looked like perfect prone foil waves. So we just put on the mid-lengths and had a super beautiful session.
Well, we're supposed to be going home, but look at it.
And then for once,
Firing.
I did not come up with this idea. I never said let's go for a I was happy.
You know, we're in the car just driving. We're like, who do we call? Like, who's gonna say yes? And we're like, Slater's looking at this going, oh, call Slater, he'll say yes.
Got back into Raglan and it just looked so clean.
There was that box that hadn't been ticked.
Like it was pretty much like a foil garden out there.
Groomed, endless lines, all the way to the horizon. It just literally turned from what I had not expected of New Zealand into what I had expected.
These
Mate,
guys
that was amazing. It was just never ending. I was like, what? And I just looked at Aiden going, this is nuts. Like, it's just solid session, eh? This is New Zealand, you know? Like, this is what I thought it'd be. So it's good.
We just got to Auckland Airport. The vlog. Yeah, this is a lot of gear.
Gotta have only the essentials.
4:30 wake up or pick up. Followed by what, a 6:30 flight?
6:20.
6:20.
That's what we're trying to figure out. 19 bags. 19 bags all we need.
19?
It's
going up every time we count.
Are we ready to
No, 19. It's counted. It's proven.
You 100%?
It's a fact.
I didn't even know you could do 19.
Mate, 3 of those would be longer than me.
New record, 19er. The new record is now 19er.
Our plan is to head to the South Island and go to a place called Queenstown, which has some of the most incredible lakes I've ever seen in my life. Just crystal clear, super deep, with huge mountains in the background with snow on the top. And it just gets super glassy out there, but can also get super windy. Like last year we did a little bit of downwinding, and then the next day we were on the boat and it was just like crystal clear, instead of like the day previous being extreme winds, and like it was literally snowing as we were riding and just like super gnarly, and the next day it was like sunny and just beautiful. So hopefully we'll score a little bit of both and we'll get some good time behind the boat. There's a Nautique Paragon out there, which is the boat that I ride at home, so I'm frothing to get back out there and ride some wake on one of my favorite lakes.
So South Island, New Zealand, we took Noah there again last year. Amazing location amongst the mountains. The lakes are just incredible, but they get windy as well. And the boys have had a glassy session out on the lake, and we've talked to the local boys. It looks like one of the spots, Jardines, which is on the southern arm of Lake Wakatipu, is going to be firing. This spot, it's kind of a famous windsurfing spot from back in the day. A little bit of downwinding's possible, but we're going to be winging, and if the wind drops, we'll get the light wind wings out and do a bit of testing. We'll be testing tails, testing foils. That's what I'll be doing. The boys will just be messing around doing their usual stuff and ripping. So yeah, it should be fun.
Armie, we don't have any ropes, right?
Tow ropes?
Yeah, I get
towed up and then downwind on the prone board.
Noah is not really known as a downwinder, but he's so talented. He can do it all. Obviously, absolutely shreds in the surf, behind a boat, you know, all that stuff. Towed up by a winger?
By a car.
By a car. That's a good idea. And so we eyed it up, and he said, "Oh, what we can do is we just set the truck up here, put all the tie-down straps together, and I'll hold on to the end of that and tow me up."
Swim out, and the car will be like right on the inside.
Yeah.
And we'll utilize the point to get out there.
With the car? I think we have to try. Yeah. And then he's just got to commit, you know, 5-mile run down this very cold lake and not fall off. Tow handle. All right. This is what we call a high-tech wake tow device, which we'll use on the side of the lake to slingshot Noah first lake downwind run in Aotearoa since last year when he paddled in on the downwind stuff. There's a bit less wind today, so we can take a smaller board and we're going to tow him in.
That was so sick.
Is there ever a nicer location? That was prime.
That was
We got
so
the autumn leaves, he got the
Blue
autumn
water.
wind, blue water.
Yeah, that was something special, though.